Hi everyone, this is Kate Kennedy and I am here at CJ's for Leek Week 5 and I'm actually pre-recording because they are making their vodka, Leek Vodka this weekend, which is April 14th, and I wanted to make sure you got to see what goes into that. So this is a pre-record, which is why it's a little bit different looking, but we did not want you to miss out. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip you around this way and we're gonna go on in and see what Sam Cummings is up to. Hey, Sam.
Hello, Kate. How are you?
Good. How's it going?
It's going very well.
What did you just shut in there?
This is actually called a gin basket. You can use these to make gin. We don't make our gin that way. So what we do is we put the leeks in this, and then when we're distilling, the vapor will come up from the still, come down through this pipe, and run through all the leeks, and then come back out the condenser.
Okay, so you just stuffed, I walked in a little bit earlier and you were stuffing that full.
Yes, that's completely full of leeks.
And so that's part of the big process is that it'll run through that.
Yeah, and then that way it just picks up the essence of the leek. It's not overpowering, but it's strong enough that you can put it in a Bloody Mary and taste it.
Yes.
So, and actually we got some people now that drink the Leek Vodka like a dirty martini even.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they actually, because it has enough of the leek flavor that people like it.
Yeah,
so.
it has that, like you said, the essence, but not like necessarily chunks or anything, but the essence, it's
like,
not overpowering.
Some people don't like leeks because they're so strong,
Yeah.
they can't eat them. So it picks the essence up nice. It's 100% natural.
These are locally grown, locally dug leeks?
Yeah. Yeah, we...
Get them yourselves.
Somebody gets them for us. I got them myself a couple of years. That was enough for me.
Well, that is awesome. How many would you say you stuffed in there?
607. No.
That's pretty impressive. How many
Pounds, about 14, 15 pounds.
14, 15 pounds in there. Holy smokes. And this will make one batch, which is how many?
It makes quite a big batch. Probably the equivalent of 50 cases.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and that's you gotta kind of match how many pounds of that you do with how many proof gallons of alcohol you start with in a still, because you don't want to run too much through and then you lose the flavor.
That's true. Okay. So the first step is to stuff that full of leeks.
Stuff that full of leeks. Now earlier today I came out, this still is actually filled with, so basically it's vodka.
Yeah.
You make 190 proof alcohol, and then you cut it down. If you make 190 proof and cut it down to 80 proof, that's vodka.
Okay.
So we cut it down not to 80, but to a different proof and put it in the still. And then we'll heat it back up. It's just like redistilling vodka.
Okay.
And redistilling it through the leeks.
Got it.
So really, we're at that point right now where that's how we turn on the still. That's a little agitator, just to kind of stir the pot and keep the heat equal all the way around. So we'll heat this up, and once it gets up to, well, alcohol starts vaporizing at 172.8 or something like that. So once the alcohol starts vaporizing off, it'll come through out the condenser, and we'll gather it up over here. Now it won't come out at 80 proof. I think that's what we bottle at.
It comes out right out that
Or
spigot.
70 proof. Yeah, they call that a parrot, actually.
Parrot?
Parrot, yeah. So it'll come out of the parrot, and we'll gather the first little bit in a bucket because they call that heads. It's not good yet. And then just kind of going by taste, when it crosses over into the hearts, we'll bring that stainless steel tank over here that's on the scale, and we'll just allow that to fill up.
Oh, okay.
So this run will probably almost fill that tank up.
Wow.
And it will also, it'll be above 80 proof.
Yeah.
So once we cut it back with water down to bottling strength, that's why we end up getting about 50 cases.
I see what you're saying. Okay, gosh. Well, this looks like a science experiment.
It does a little bit.
It really looks pretty impressive. How did you get into this, Sam, and how long have you been doing distilling?
This is our 9th year. I took classes. I took, when I thought, I might want to start this, I took a class in Chicago, Seattle, the state of Indiana, South Carolina, and all those classes were in distilleries. So as each class went on, I got a better working knowledge. And when I got to the last class, they were running the same brand of still. So I went to that class with 50 pre-written questions and said, I'm not leaving until I know all these answers. And they did, and it was great. And, we came back. I still don't think I knew much when we started. I mean, we went through growing pains going, but now it's pretty good. Everything goes pretty good. We haven't had any major problems lately, and everything's running well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and all this stuff looks like more like you don't use all this at the same time. So people look at it and they think stuff's running through all of it.
I know. I feel like it's like mad scientist right here.
I mean, really, right now we're running from this up, straight across, down into this.
Oh, okay. So
we're
you're
running- we're
bypassing.
these two columns.
Okay.
When we make vodka, we use this column. When we make rum, we use this column. Little interesting tidbit though, when we bought this still, we did not order a gin basket because we weren't going to make our gin that way.
Oh.
And they shipped us one.
Oh.
And so I called them and I said, we didn't order this. And they said, well, it's too expensive to ship back, so just keep it.
There you go.
So we put it into the run, not even having any use for it, thinking, just might as well put it in there just in case. And we ended up using it for the Leek Vodka.
Figuring out a way.
Yeah. So it kind of really worked out well for us. So
did you try distilling at a smaller scale before your classes or anything, or was it like, I want to give this a shot, let's just do it?
Is this going to be public?
This is public.
No.
Oh yeah, I guess I can't ask that question. Okay, we'll move on. So 9 years here at CJ Spirits. How long have you been doing the Leek Vodka?
Good question. I would say 6 years.
Okay.
Maybe 5. Definitely 5, maybe 6. We didn't do it the first couple years. We first came out with vodka, and then we came out with gin. And I think we dabbled in whiskey first. I don't know when the Leek came around. It's been 5 years for sure, probably 6. And it's really, the first couple years it wasn't a big product, and it has slowly really become a nice product for us. We sell out of Pittsburgh and Philly now, and those city bars are starting to find out about it. They have Bloody Mary bars, and it's a very unique Bloody Mary vodka.
Yeah.
And the whole Leek thing, it's kind of rustic and wild, and not everybody is familiar with them. So it's been a nice growth product. It keeps doing better every year.
How did you guys come up with it?
I can't actually remember.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just thinking of different ideas and thinking that, we love Leeks and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And the whole idea was for Bloody Mary vodka.
Yeah.
Not like I said, it's not. Some people do. I mean, there are some people that really like it, and they'll drink it as a martini, drink it on ice, and I even will. It does taste good, but it was more put out as an idea for a Bloody Mary vodka, and it works real well because it does stand up to the tomato. Tomato juice is pretty strong, so it does stand up and it does come through, so you actually do get a flavor into the Bloody Mary.
Yeah, I've had a Leek Vodka Bloody Mary here before, and they are delicious.
Thank you.
They definitely are a bit different. There's a flavor that, if you didn't know what it was, it'd be hard to pin down, but it does set it apart.
But it does set it apart, so.
Yeah.
So it's, that product's gone real well. We're always trying a few different things. One of our problems now is we almost have too many products, and it's hard to keep up with them.
Yeah.
Because we can only make one product at a time.
Yeah.
So April's always Leek Vodka month. So,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So you just do one batch a year?
Nah, we used to do one batch a year. Now we've been doing 2 batches a year. Last year we might have done 3. I can't remember. It started when it started taking off. The first year, like it lasted all year, but I think around the 3rd or 4th year, we ran out of it like in August.
Oh wow!
And you can't make it till April. So the next year after that, we did 2 batches, and I'm not sure if we did 2 or 3 last year. 100 cases. 2 batches of 100 cases. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's 1,200 bottles.
Right, of just one type.
Right.
So you grew up in Kane.
Yes.
Did you grow up around Leeks? Did you?
Oh yeah.
Your
forever.
family.
My dad took me hunting, showed me where they're at, and we cooked with them.
What is your favorite Leek meal?
Well, number one, I'm a big leek dip person.
Yeah.
I mean, I could eat leek dip all year round if we had it. I like it all. I like leeks in my eggs for breakfast. Tom does the leeks with the raviolis and stuff, or the rigatonis. I like that. Ham and scalloped potatoes and leek. I really like that flavor. I mean, some people love it like me, and some people can't take it.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy all of it.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so so much so that you guys now are doing your Leek Fest.
Yes.
Which we'll get into more details with Tom, but you were talking about leek dips, and that made me think about, I think you're doing a leek dip contest.
Yeah, we do a contest every year.
Yeah.
And it's neat. I mean, there are so many different types of dips out there.
Yeah.
I mean, some mix fruits in with them and different things.
Yeah.
And, you get the chance to really taste a lot of stuff that you would never put together yourself.
Right, that's true. There's like the creamier or the soupier, or like you said, different flavors like fruit or different things. So yeah, that's going to be so much fun. That's April 30th. What time does that start?
I believe it's this normal time, 11 o'clock we open up. I think we have bands going all day. I think the bands might start around 1 or 2.
Okay.
You got to check that with Tom. I don't schedule the bands or anything.
Yeah.
So, but it goes all day. Then we have a big band. We're going to have a stage outside.
Okay, I was
and
just
a big
gonna
band
ask
set
that.
up, and probably have a fire going in the fire pit. And it's, that time of year, it's a little bit with the weather and see how it goes. But we did, with the patio we put on, there is a heater outside there.
Nice.
So we do have a heater if we need to.
Yeah, and the fire pit is great. So if it's a nice night out here, there's not a lot of light pollution. You can really see the stars out here. So I hope that it's a beautiful day. You'll have the stage outside, but it's rain or shine.
Rain or shine, because it's covered stage. So what we did last year, I think we did it for Leek Fest, or maybe we did it for Reunion Weekend, but we're going to do it for Leek Fest this year. We actually have the stage, it's on a semi-truck trailer, facing the building. So if we were to run into bad weather, the band still has cover, and people can be on the outdoor patio and hear the band.
That's a good idea. So smart. See, look at experience.
Yeah,
great
believe me,
teacher.
Everything we've learned by mistakes.
Okay, so about how long will this process take again? I'm sure you said that already, but
it's about 6 hours for
About
this
6
process.
hours, okay.
Yeah. It'll take about an hour to get this up to temperature, and then it'll run for 4 to 5 hours.
Okay, and then it'll come through here. Then it will start to come out here, and you guys do tastings until you get it to where you want it. And then you put the big.
Put it in that tank there, and then we will actually have to pump into a bigger tank. We use that tank because it's lower than this.
Right.
But when we proof it down, it's too much for that tank, so we'll pump it into a bigger tank and then bottle it.
Awesome.
So.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your secrets here of the Leek Vodka. I'm sure there's probably some things that you left out. There's a little magic, I'm sure, that goes in there too. But is there anything else that you'd like to say before we wrap up?
No, I look forward. I hope we have a nice weather. Look forward. The Leek Fest has grown every year. Actually, it's been very nice. No problems. Everything's run well. People seem to really enjoy it. They love the food. They like the camaraderie. They like the bands. It's one of our better days of the year. So, if people see this that haven't been here, it's definitely a good day to come up and check the place out.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully through the series, people have gotten to really appreciate the leek and all the ways that it can be enjoyed. And it's really kind of comes to the point at this Leek Fest here at CJ's. So we have the food, we have the drinks, we have it all.
It's so limited because it's just the April month that you can really do it in. And, I think that's kind of a neat thing. I think people end up craving this stuff towards the end of the year. You got to wait till April for it to come out.
I know, it makes it even better.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Sam. Appreciate your time.
Yes.
And thank you guys. So again, this is pre-recorded. We are going to go ahead and talk live to Tom Jones as well to get more details about the Leek Fest. But we wanted to make sure you didn't miss out on this really interesting Leek Vodka distilling process. So thanks for tuning in and have a great day. We'll see you at Leek Fest.